Hello, I'm Dijan. Today I'm going to share with you a short yoga program that may be very helpful to deal with premenstrual syndrome. What are the symptoms of this syndrome? It can be fatigue, it can be cramps, depressive moodiness in general, feeling high and low. It's like there's another persona that is coming out of you and it's not always very pleasant. And this is, of course, due to the shift of hormones in our system during the phases of the moon, and it may be very aggressive for some temperaments, whereas it can be almost unnoticeable for others. Wherever we are at, this type of yoga program may support you with whatever symptoms you're experiencing and bring more harmony to your hormonal system. So we are going to do postures that are bringing fresh blood to the head so that we can deal with the fatigue and heaviness. There will be some stretching of the pelvic floor, some work with the lower back to deal with cramps, and let's say readjustments of our reproductive organs so that the menstrual flow the gate to flow can be opened, our cervix is in the right position, and also some tension, some contraction due to the stress that we face in general in life is somehow counterbalanced. So it's quite a restorative style of yoga. For the ones who like this acrobatic, strong forms of yoga, I suggest, especially if you are suffering from PMS, to take a break. Even if your body is super strong, super flexible, use props and keep it very slow and gentle for this specific purpose. And the props that I will use today is a bolster, a pillow, 2 blocks and a belt. Feel free to add more to it if you feel the need. So it's totally up to you, as long as you make it as comfortable for you as possible. So let's do something good for ourselves and practice. We start the practice with the cat and cow pose, Marjaryasana, in tabletop position. This is going to give some relaxation to our pelvic area, stretching of the pelvic muscles, and also relax the lower back. It's a gentle stimulator for the HPA axis, cortisol axis in our body, which will help our stress management. Inhaling, head and tail go up. The belly is expanded so that we can take a deep breath in. Exhaling, head and tail go down. Stretching your spine. Inhale up. Enjoying the breath and feeling your pelvic floor stretching. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And if you have any problems in your wrists, please continue the movement. I suggest you to put blocks under your elbows, or you may try the pose on your elbows directly. Although the stretching will not be as deep, you will still feel the effects. I am not planning to prepare a second video for the props, because in this one I'm already using the props, so I will be introducing variations as we go along. And from here, tucking your toes and lifting your hips up for a deeper stretch. Making some walking motions, and if you have been doing Marjaryasana in full on your hands, we're practically going into downward dog and doing whatever our body needs before we go into a deep stretch in this pose. adjusting the place of your hands, your feet. And now going into that stretch, first my heels are up. I'm pressing on my shoulder blades, my fingers are active, especially the thumb and the index finger is really supporting me. I'm taking a breath, feeling it expand towards my entire body. One more deep breath in. And as I exhale, I'm bringing the soles of my feet closer to the ground, as close as it's comfortable for you, without putting any pressure. And taking a few breaths here. This will help with the feeling of fatigue and heaviness in the body. I'm walking forward into a forward bend. Deep breaths in and out. If it's not very comfortable for you to stay with your legs straight, you can gently bend your knees and relax your head. Otherwise, keep the legs straight. If the forward bend is too much for you like this, you can put blocks or some pillows. Just make sure that you find a position where you're comfortable. It's not about pushing and pulling your muscles. You just want to stay where the asana is stable, comfortable, and feels good in our body. Especially now for this program, we really want to spoil our body. I will be turning towards the camera, so please stay where you are. And walking your feet out into a wide-legged stance and bending forward here, supporting yourselves with your hands here. I'm bringing extra lightness into my body in this pose. We are moving the energy that accumulates, especially in our pelvic area during the premenstrual and menstrual phases, and moving that energy, that heaviness, up the spine. You can even visualize the energy coming from the earth, climbing your legs into your pelvic area and through the spine, coming towards the top of the head. Taking a few deep breaths here. And supporting yourself with your hands, bringing the feet a little bit closer, but they're still outwards. And I'm bringing my hips down, my elbows are pressing against my thighs, and I'm bringing them into the namaste, my hands into a namaste in front of my sternum, into kagasana or malasana, or a deeper pelvic floor stretch. Keep breathing into the pelvic area. And placing my hands back on the floor, climbing up, my feet parallel again, walking them close to each other, one more stretch, and bringing my knees on the ground to prepare for the next pose. During the next pose, we are going to stretch the front side of our body. This will help especially with the cramps and heaviness again. And for this, I like using props to make it as restorative as possible, because it's actually quite a deep stretch. So I use a pillow to make my knees feel a bit more comfortable. My feet are right next to my hips, and I will be leaning back on the bolster. Find a position that is comfortable for you. If you need, put more pillows. This can be a big stretch for some of us. I know my body likes to really ease into stretches like that. Even if you're super comfortable with lying flat on the ground like that, I would still suggest to use a pillow just to feel the comfort, the softness of it. If there's any tension on your legs, just breathe into that area and suggest your body to let go, to relax. Your hands can be by the side. This could, keeping them towards the back, may increase the stretch, if that stretch feels good for your ovaries. I personally feel more comfortable when they're by the side. And focusing on your breath. Deep and relaxing breaths. Pose can really help with premenstrual cramps. You may stay as long as you like. For now, I will slowly, with care, with the support of my hands, come up. And after coming up, I suggest to stay in the child's pose, and for that, you may take the bolster to the front. Just hug it a little bit to relax your lower back. Inhaling into the lower back. Creating space there, and exhale, relax. And we'll be coming up. Again, you may stay longer if you like. Another very beautiful restorative pose. And I put the the bolster back. And coming to the final pose, which you can keep for a couple of minutes. It's excellent to calming down the nervous system and take you to your happy places. So I will use the strap behind so under the waist and under your feet, strapping because I'm going to be leaning backwards and I don't want too much tension around my feet. The bolster will support my spine, the blocks will support my legs. Because of gravity they will be cold towards the earth. So I want to make sure, even if I'm flexible, that I have some support under my knees so that I can stay in pose comfortably. So I will be leaning backwards, and here an extra pillow may be nice to support your head so that you're in a coronary position that is comfortable for your breathing, for your heart. And the hands can be wherever it's comfortable for you. You may want to put them on your ovaries to bring some warmth, or just have them by the side. If you bring them further apart next to your chest, it will go into a deeper chest opening, whatever feels right for you. And this is a deeply restorative pose that is amazing for calming down the nervous system, as I said before. So just enjoy the relaxation of your entire body, in and out. Feeling your breath calming down. If you like, you can also have a nice, relaxing music, calming music in the background, and hold this posture for 5-10 minutes and even longer. Feel free to hit the pause button now and just enjoy the pose. Otherwise, you may slowly come out by first undoing the strap, so it's good to have the end in your control, and releasing your feet. And from here, gradually, with the support of your hands, rolling to one side and coming out of the pose. Congratulations, you did something great for yourself. If you have enjoyed this practice, please like the video, share it with your friends and loved ones. Feel free to leave your suggestions and topics that are interesting for you so that I can add them to my production plan. And of course, join the platform. Thank you very much for your interest, for your attention, and I hope to see you in my next video.